What's up, witches? Welcome back to the channel for another video of introducing. Before I introduce you to this very amazing deck, I haven't opened it yet, so I don't really know, but I'm very excited to get into it. Before I do though, just a heads up, I have the baby monitor here, because, you know, baby's sleeping, and I think the cats are kind of around, but not really. I think it's nap time for them, so I really picked an opportune time. And the dog's outside, so there really shouldn't be any interruptions. So with that being said, let me introduce you to the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck. Yay! I am so excited to get into this. It was a lovely gift. And I always love, I always feel like gifted decks are extra special, so I very much appreciate and love them. So let's get into it. Before I get into it, the Seed and Sickle Oracle deck is about 40 bucks, and you can get it, I'm sure they'll have it at any retailer such as Chapters, any kind of bookstore. They usually have tarot, or you go down to your local metaphysical shop and see if they have it in, if they do sell oracle and tarot cards. So let's open it up. Sorry, pardon my throat clearing. This box is really cool. So like, it's a very nice box to begin with, and it opens up at the bottom like this. Excuse me, like this. It's got little tabbies on the side to make it easier because I'm just silly. Open up like that, pull out this box, and voila. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm very excited to. Wow! Okay, so everything is like in this little box under here. There are 2 books in there and a bunch of cards. So, I'm gonna toss that over there. Oh, so on reviewing, there's 2 guidebooks. There's a dusk guidebook and a dawn guidebook. Oh, that's kind of neat, I guess, depending on what card you get. Well, let's look into the cards right now and we'll see. Yes, I do still have them taped up here. Excuse me. Well, this is the back of the cards. I think it all, yeah, they all look the same, whether it's dawn or dusk. I like that. You can't tell what you're getting. It's kind of a surprise. Pardon me. I really appreciate that. The art is really nice on the back. Obviously the flower kind of goes with the theme, the flowers. I really like this illustration in the middle though. It kind of looks like an eye, but it also kind of looks like a moon and a sun. I really like that. So let's flip it over and look at all the pretty cards, shall we? So that is all how they look. I really love this art style. My favorite cards would have to be, oh, I can't remember what they are. I really like the Sickle. It's kind of, you know, it's very simple. Simple Sickle. And I really like how they go from like a light to a dark when they're all in order. Like it just, it starts off really light and then it gets just darker and darker and darker. So I really like that. So I wonder if these darker cards, oops, those are at the beginning. I'm like, these darker cards at the end here, I wonder if those are the dusk cards and the beginning is the dawn cards, but I'm not really sure. So let's kind of peek into one guidebook for sure to start us off and see what is up and why there's 2 books instead of 1. So looking into this book, so I'm assuming both books have meaning for each card, and we're just gonna read the difference between dusk versus dawn readings. The Seed and Sickle can be read in 2 very distinct ways, each leading to its own unique meanings. But how should you decide whether your spread is leaning towards the dawn or dusk? Look to your question, does it concern something that is starting, has a sense of growth, or is glimmering with potential? Does it speak to expansion, activity, or the sense of seizing opportunities? Then it is a dawn question. Is it inward, personal, or subconscious in nature? Does it regard your personal development, healing, or rest? Does it rely on many subtle things and influences? Then it is dusk. When shuffling for a dawn reading, pay attention to the sensation of the card in your hands. Stop when you feel as though you have shuffled for long enough. For dusk readings, try to visualize as you shuffle. Picture people, events, and places as clearly as you can with your mind's eye. Go with whichever feels right in the moment. Trust your instincts. So I feel like dusk reading would be the light side, and the dawn reading would be like your light side of yourself, and the dusk reading would be the dark side of yourself. When you look into like dark magic, it's more of an inward journey. Not dark magic, but like shadow work, I think it's called, which is like the quote-unquote darker side. It's not actually like evil or anything. It's more so looking inward to yourself and sorry, I'm just trying to think of words. Yeah, it's a deeper dive into your own personal self. It's not like new beginning. Should I start this? Is this beginning going to be happening? It's nothing like that. It's more like, what can I do to help heal myself? Like it's very personal. Shadow work is a very personal thing. So I feel like with the Dusk guidebook, it's more so when you're asking very personal things as opposed to the Dawn. It's more lighter, and like, you know, the Dawn is the beginning of the day, so like the beginning of things. I really like that. So that is the guidebooks. And yeah, okay, so now that we've kind of looked into everything, I don't know why I just checked that box to see if there was more in there. I don't know. Anyway, now that we've kind of looked at everything, I'll tell you how I feel about it. The art is really nice. I am in love with the art. It's very beautiful. Because it was gifted, again, I do feel like there is a stronger connection there. So I very much like that. I like how each card means something different regarding what question you're asking and in regards to how you're feeling. I really like that. It's a really neat concept that I really haven't seen, where there's like two sides to the same card. That's really cool. I really like that. It can either be super light and fun, or it can get very in-depth. So I really appreciate and enjoy that very much. I didn't look at any of the card meanings though. Let's look at that right now. I guess I didn't even look at that. Sorry guys. Foxglove, I just randomly picked one. Foxglove is one of the plants said to protect a babe against being replaced by a fairy changeling child. Perhaps you feel as though you do not recognize yourself anymore or the path that your life is taking, but it's not too late to grab hold of that stranger and banish them. Indulge in a pastime you have picked up for a while, or you haven't picked up for a while, or take a walk down a familiar road to remind yourself of who you used to be. Or perhaps you like this new self, that has emerged and want to embrace it. It is natural to change and grow, and so can your identity. I really like that. I really do. The reading, it's not like a super long, overblown, repeating itself explanation. It's nice and simple. It gives you kind of a quick meaning of the actual plant itself. Not a meaning, but like a magical property of the plant, I guess. Like a quick little saying of what it magically does, and then it goes into the message about you. So I really enjoy that. That was in the Dusk book anyway. I guess we can look into the Dawn book and see what message it has. I think my baby is waking up there, so excuse me. So this is the Dawn part. Saint Necton came to his violent end at the hands of 2 cattle thieves who beheaded him when he confronted them. Wow, this is really not light and nice. Okay. Determined not to die away from his home, he simply picked up his head and walked back to his hut, where he finally lay down and died. Foxglove sprung from where his blood fell along the way. Others may try to advise you otherwise, but you know the best time and place for the goals that you want to achieve. Rely on yourself for guidance and meet your deadlines on your own terms. Again, nice, simple, sweet, to the point. It makes a lot of sense, doesn't repeat itself overly. The story at the beginning was a little shaky. that was a weird ass story, but it was interesting. It was a very interesting little story there. Very different from the other book where, you know, it kind of says a magical property of the foxglove, and this one apparently has like a story about the plant and then the advice. So I really like that too. Both books very well written. Again, I personally really like it when things are short and sweet and to the point, and it's not overly dragged out and overly explained and repeating itself like I do sometimes, so I'm really sorry if I drive you nuts. I really like that about these though. They're just, again, short and sweet, to the point. Okay, I'm done repeating myself. I really have enjoyed this deck, very much so. The art is beautiful, the books it's a really neat concept, and it's short and sweet and to the point. I really like that too. And I love how the box is made, you know, like it's just a simple box and it opens at the bottom and it has another box in there. I really like that. I don't know, and it's like, it's easier to open, so I really like that too. So anyways, that was my introduction to this deck, and that's my first impressions about how I feel about it. Again, I really enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend buying it. So with that being said, I gotta go now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to leave a like, please feel free to leave a comment down below, because you know I love to hear from you. Do you have this deck and do you love it? After seeing this review, if you don't have this deck, not this review, but this kind of introduction to this deck, would you be interested in purchasing it for yourself? I'm very excited to play around with it personally, so I can't wait to do that. Yeah, so leave your comments down below, because again, you know I love to hear from you, and if you haven't subscribed already, please feel free to. You don't have to, of course. I'm not your parent, I'm not going to tell you what to do. And if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in next time's video. Bye!